What can I do to burn a few extra calories? Hi there, guys. I'm Julie Brooks, and today we're going to talk about things you can do that are not really exercise, but that will probably up-level your goals. Now, this list is not going to be all-inclusive by any means. We could go on for hours talking about this. We're just going to touch on a few things. Number one, you're probably not going to like. Actually, before I get into this, you're probably watching this on YouTube or somebody has sent you this. I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. There, I'm going to leave that there. Let's go back to the topic at hand. Like I said, you're probably not going to like this one. The first thing I want to mention is do not sit down. It's actually as simple as that. If you find yourself in the middle of the day going, oh, I've just, you've been sitting forever. Maybe you have a desk job and at some point you do have to sit. I gotta tell you though, you don't have to sit for as long as you probably want to. Let's just not assume the desk job. You're the average person, you're at home, you're doing things, and you sit down to check the texts on your phone. No need to do that. You do not need to sit. You can actually pace all around your room as you check your phone. Kind of cool, right? Now, if you're like, I have to sit sometimes, how about you sit on the floor? How often as adults do we sit on the floor? Not very often, but here's a little tip for you. If you sit on the floor every single day, when you get older, when most of your peers are not able to sit on the floor anymore, you can still do it. And you've also developed muscles in your body that they have not developed. And I know a lot of you are like, well, I don't care about developing muscles. Yes, you do. We all care about developing muscles. It's super important. Anyway, tip one is just do not sit. If you do have to sit on the floor if possible, or sit on something that does not have a back. So instead of a chair with a back, you can sit on a stool, you can sit on a ball, you can sit wherever you want, but we want to be engaging muscles all at the same time instead of just sitting and relaxing. As I said, if you're waiting for something, maybe you're ready and the rest of the family isn't ready and you're like, I'm just going to sit down on the couch then. Nope, you're not. You're actually going to pace. Even if you just move side to side. I'm just going to show you. Just moving side to side. If you're somebody that likes music, you can turn on music. Remember, this is when you're waiting for people. Maybe you're waiting for a phone call. Maybe you're waiting for the rest of your family to get ready. You can just put on some music and you can dance. I'm not going to torture you with that one. I'm not the greatest dancer, so I won't actually example that one. However, just keep your body moving. Now, this isn't instead of exercise. This is as well as exercise. And it's just little movements, continual movements. Speaking of movements like this, don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but they're moving. I always request that people just take up space. You're home, you're by yourself. Just take up space. Just reach for the ceiling. Reach with one arm. Reach with the other arm. It actually feels really good to just take up space. Pretend you're swimming. Take up space. That's the breaststroke, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Take up space. Stand a little bit further apart. Just moving from side to side. All too often, if we're just standing, we stand on one leg, especially women. Sorry, ladies, but you stand on one leg, and then when I do your in-body, I see that you've got a way more muscular one leg than the other. That's not ideal. It's going to mess with your back. All right, what else do we got? I already mentioned dance, and again, I'm not going to use that as an example. I'm not going to dance for you. When you are grocery shopping, we've talked about this for years and years and years. Don't park right next to the building. Unless it is pouring rain out, take that moment to just do a few extra steps. And then do a few extra steps in the store too. Speaking of steps, if you have stairs in your house, I know we're all about efficiency and often we want to like, okay, I'm going downstairs. I'm going to be downstairs for the rest of the day. What do I need? And we collect everything. We collect all the things that we need and we take it all downstairs. I'm going to suggest maybe you don't do that. Maybe you just take what you need right now. And then you have to go back up those stairs later on in the day, maybe multiple times, because you haven't taken everything with you. That's not being inefficient because you can still be doing other things while you do that. Plus, your health is way more important than saving that 15 seconds in the morning. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hopefully you thought of something. If you want to add underneath here, there's a space for comments. Please add what you do that is non-exercise activity throughout the day that maybe keeps your energy up. That's the other thing. If you sit all the time, our energy gets so low when we're sitting all the time. Oh, one last tip before I let you go. These calf muscles, they're awesome for burning a little bit of extra calories. So you can just be standing and doing calf raises. I think you can see my calves there. You can just stand and do calf raises. Even when you're waiting in the grocery store line and you're like, I can't do that, people think I'm crazy. How many women rock back and forth like they have a child in their arms when they do not have a child in their arms? So, why not be doing calf raises? Especially if you're looking crazy anyway. All right, guys. Now that's enough for now. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a call if you need any support, have any questions, concerns, or cries of outrage, and I will see you soon.